Hello, this is KK sir. Today we are going to learn about rectangle and theorems related to the rectangle and properties of the rectangle. I already said you that a rectangle is a parallelogram. Rectangle belong to the family of the parallelogram. Definition of the parallelogram: a parallelogram in which each angle is 90 degrees is called a rectangle. So a parallelogram in which each angle is 90 degrees is called a rectangle. That is the definition of the parallelogram. So to prove a rectangle, the main important thing is each angle should be 90 degrees. Each and every angle should be 90 degrees, then it becomes a rectangle. The properties of the rectangle, coming to the properties of rectangle, it holds all the properties of parallelogram. It holds all the properties of parallelogram because rectangle is nothing but a parallelogram. So it holds all the properties of the parallelogram. And the additional properties which rectangle has is each angle is 90 degrees and diagonals are equal. This is most important. Diagonals are equal in a rectangle. Next, theorems related to rectangle. What are the theorems which are related to rectangle? There are three theorems. We are going to discuss all the three theorems now. Okay. Theorem 1. The first theorem. A parallelogram in which one angle is 90 is a rectangle. So, if one angle is 90 degrees, then it is a rectangle. A parallelogram in which one angle is 90 degrees, then it becomes a rectangle. We have to prove that it is a rectangle. So, what is a rectangle actually? Each and every angle should be 90 degrees. So, if all the four angles is 90 degrees, then it is a rectangle. So, to prove that one, okay, right, what I will do is, required to prove. What we have to prove in this ABCD is a parallelogram. He has given it is a parallelogram and we should prove it is a rectangle. What is the condition he has given? One angle is 90 degrees. I will take angle A as 90 degrees. Okay, right? Now I will prove that ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, so how to prove this one? Let us prove it. Proof. Coming to the proof. Yeah, we already know angle A and angle C are equal because opposite angles of the parallelogram. Angle A and angle C, both of them are equal to 90 degrees. Why? Because since they are opposite angles of a parallelogram. Opposite angles of parallelogram. Because they are opposite angles of parallelogram, angle A will be 90 degrees, angle C also will be 90 degrees. Now, since ABCD is a parallelogram, because ABCD is a parallelogram, adjacent angles, okay, right, adjacent angles will be supplementary. Angle A and angle B will be supplementary. Angle A plus angle B is equals to 180 degrees bracket, since adjacent angles of parallelogram, adjacent angles of parallelogram, because it is adjacent angles of parallelogram, that's why angle A plus angle B is equals to 180. Already angle A is 90 plus angle B is equals to 180. So if 90 goes outside, angle B is equals to 90 degrees. So angle B is also 90. Angle B is also 90. If angle B is 90, automatically angle D also 90, because opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So angle B and angle D, both of them will be 90 degrees bracket, since opposite angles of parallelogram. Now, therefore, all angles are equal to 90. Angle A is equals to angle B is equals to angle C is equals to angle D. All of them are equal to 90 degrees. All of them are equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, ABCD is a rectangle. So it is a rectangle. So now onwards, what we will do is, if any parallelogram, if one angle is 90 degrees, so automatically all the four angles also becomes 90 degrees. So it becomes a rectangle. It becomes a rectangle. Okay. Now we are going to discuss next theorem. What is the next theorem? Prove that a parallelogram is a rectangle if its diagonals are equal and, okay, right, and perpendicular. Okay, right, if the diagonals are equal and perpendicular. Sorry. not perpendicular. Okay, right? Okay, right? A parallelogram is a rectangle if its diagonals are equal. If its diagonals are equal, we have to prove if a parallelogram is a rectangle if its diagonals are equal. The only condition he has given is they are equal. Okay, right? So to prove it is a rectangle, first of all, to prove a rectangle, the main condition is all angles should be each 90 degrees. Each angle is 90 degrees. So what shall we do? Now coming to the given. First, what he has given to us. Okay, right? Given, he has given ABCD is a parallelogram. Whenever he gives you parallelogram, we can use all the properties of the parallelogram because we already proved all the properties of the parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram. Okay, and he said that diagonals are equal. He said that ACE diagonal is equal to BD diagonal. Okay, right? BD diagonal. Now we should prove this is a rectangle. This is a rectangle means we should prove each angle is 90 degrees. That means this is ABCD. This is ABCD, and he has said that diagonals are equal. He said that diagonals are equal. Then we should prove that it is a rectangle. Rectangle means each angle should be 90 degrees. So what I have to do? Okay, right? He has given ABCD is a parallelogram and AC is equal to BD. That means diagonals are equal. This AC diagonal is equal to BD diagonal. Okay, right? To prove that one, okay, right? To prove it is a rectangle, what we have to require to prove is ABCD is a rectangle. Rectangle means each angle we have to prove it is 90 degrees. To prove this one, coming to the proof, I will take, because he has given the information about the diagonals, AC is equal to BD. Now let us take, okay, right, let us take two triangles where diagonals are there. So I will take ACB triangle, in triangle ACB, and a triangle ADB, another diagonal, BD diagonal is there. So where BD diagonal is there, I am taking that triangle, and triangle ADB. In these two triangles, if you observe, okay, right, if you observe, AB is the common side. AB is equals to AB is common side. It is common side. AB is equals to AB is the common side, and he has already given AC and BD are equal. AC is equals to BD. He has given in the for us in the question that both the diagonals are equal. Okay, right. Now AD and BC are equal. Why AD and BC are equal? Why AD and BC are equal? Because they are opposite sides of a parallelogram. He said that ABCD is a parallelogram because he said that ABCD is a parallelogram. In parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So AD equals to BC. AD equals to BC. Bracket since opposite sides of parallelogram. Opposite sides of parallelogram. Now, therefore, by SSS rule, I can say that triangle ADB is congruent to triangle ACB. So, ADB is congruent to triangle BCA. These two triangles are congruent. Therefore, by CPCT, I can say that by corresponding parts, angle A part is equal to angle B part. Angle A is equals to angle B. Both angles are equal. But angle A plus angle B is equals to 180 degrees. Why angle A and angle B is equals to 180 degrees? Why this angle A and why this angle B is equals to 180 degrees if you add them? Because they are supplementary of adjacent angles of parallelogram, because they are adjacent angles of parallelogram. That implies angle A plus angle A is equals to 180 degrees. Because angle A and angle B both are equal, in the place of B I can replace with angle A. So that implies 2 angle A is equals to 180 degrees plus angle A is equals to 90 degrees. So one angle you got, this one angle you got 90 degrees. Now just now we already proved that a parallelogram in which one angle is 90 is a rectangle. Therefore a parallelogram in which one angle is 90 is a rectangle. Therefore ABCD is a rectangle. Hence proved. Okay, ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, right? That is the second proof. Now we are having third proof. Okay, right? What is the third theorem? Which is the converse. Theorem number 3. Which is the converse theorem of just now. What is the theorem we have proved? That is the converse theorem. So prove that in a rectangle, diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal. That's it. We have to prove diagonals are equal. In a rectangle, diagonals are equal. This is what we have to prove. That means he has given ABCD is a rectangle for us. He has given ABCD is a rectangle. He has given already rectangle. And we have to prove, required to prove diagonals are equal. Required to prove is we have to prove diagonals are equal. AC diagonal is equal to BD diagonal. We have to prove diagonals are equal. So this is the figure. ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, right? So that means rectangle. He has given rectangle means each angle is 90 degrees. This angle is 90, this angle is 90, this angle is 90. All angles are 90 degrees. So now we have to prove these diagonals are equal. To prove that diagonals are equal, okay, right? Proof we have to see, because we need to prove diagonals. Okay, we have to prove diagonals. So take the two triangles where diagonals are there. So AC diagonal is there in this triangle. So take in triangle ACB, and BD diagonal is there here. Okay, right? We can take triangle ABD. These two triangles. Okay, right? If you want to draw it separately, you can draw. This is ADB triangle, and this is ACB triangle separately, so that we can understand. In these two triangles, AB is the common side. AB is equals to AB. It's a common side. And this is 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees because he has given angle A and angle B both are equal to 90 degrees bracket. Since rectangle, because it is rectangle, I can say that these two angles are equal. Next, these two angles are equal, and AD is equals to BC. AD equals to BC. Why AD and BC? Opposite sides of rectangle. Opposite sides of rectangle. So therefore I can say by SAS, this side, this angle, and this side. SAS, side angle side axiom. By SAS I can say that triangle ADB is congruent to triangle BCA. These two triangles are congruent. Therefore by corresponding parts CPCT, I can say that AC part is equal to BD part. That is diagonals are equal. That means in a rectangle, okay, right? In a rectangle, diagonals are equal. We have proved it. Okay, right? This is the proof for that one. Diagonals are equal. This is these are the three theorems related to rectangles. Next will be definition of square, and properties and the proofs related to the squares. Thank you.